Good morning. I'm Kate Phillips from Mississippi View Farm. I have agreed to do the webinar on the USDF and EF awards. I'm also a large art judge and have been breeding Lipizzans now for 4 or 5 years. I'm one of the newer members of the Lipizzan community at this point. And I'd like to talk a little bit about Lipizzan showing and dressage, which is my specialty, and the awards that are available for them. USDF offers a large number of different awards for different areas of competition, both in-hand competition, material competition, and then of course the dressage competitions that are determined not only by level, but also by amateur status, junior status, open status. There's also a vintage award for many of these same USDF national awards, which allows you to compete and gain more notoriety for if you're in the vintage rider class. I'm going to talk about each of the awards real quickly. I have to refresh myself as I go, just so I make sure I give you the correct information. But we're going to start with the overall national awards, which are the Adequan USDF Horse of the Year awards. Those are awards that are based specifically on horses that are competing just in dressage, and it's all breeds competing against each other. So those are ones where you would be looking at all of the horses going against each other, the top 20 or 25 horses of the year. They rank those down to number 4 or 500. So you will see where you will rank in the national level of horses at that age. Then we're going to talk about, those are ones that obviously horses would be competing with, but not necessarily ones that most people that are competing at a national level or regional level are going to necessarily be competing for. Now I want to talk about the USDF All Breeds Awards. In order to compete for the All Breeds Awards, both the owner and the rider must be USDF participating members and USEF members to compete in recognized competitions. The horse has to be declared as a USDF All Breeds participant by having his papers on file by August 1st at the USDF office. They can also be filed after August 1st for an additional charge. But if you file by August 1st, you will not have any charge, and so it's free of charge at that point. I'm going to have to go through all these, make sure I get it all. They also don't ever have to be renewed. Once the papers are on file, that continual rider and horse combination will be allowed to be competing. Horses do need to be transferred if they change riders at any point in order to have the awards count for the new rider's name. Horses will be given USDF All Breeds Awards at training, first, second, third, and fourth level, as well as the FEI levels of Pre-St. George, Intermediate 1, Intermediate 2, and Grand Prix. For the USDF National Level Awards, training level through fourth, you have to have 8 scores. 4 from 4 different judges, from 4 different USDF recognized shows, 2 of which must be at least 60%, and a median of 60% or higher to qualify for the scores. And then when you get to the Pre-St. George, it's now 4 scores, 4 judges, 4 competitions. A little bit less because of the fact that most horses at the FEI levels do not compete in more than one class a day. The horse has obviously got to be lifetime registered with USDF, as does the rider. A little caveat to remember, many people become USDF members through their GMO. That is not considered a participating membership, and so the rider needs to make sure they are a participating member. One of the most wonderful things that USDF offers is if you go to the USDF awards page, follow it through the breed organizations, you will get to a page that talks about horses being verified and eligible. That allows you to check that your horse's papers are on file and that they have already achieved enough scores to be eligible at that point, or at least to be verified to know that the horse has at least got the papers on file and they're waiting for the minimum number of recorded scores to be sent in. There are also other types of awards through USDF for your all breeds. There are sport horse awards for in-hand, again given at weanling, yearling, 2, 3, 4-year-old, and in all of the sexes. There are also material awards which are given for USDF, which allow you to take your horse in the material classes, which are limited to 4-year-olds, and under saddle, they're judged in a way that will allow the horses just to be judged on their gaits and not necessarily on their training. Again, these are offered by USLF. Now we move on to the USDF Adequan Freestyle Awards. Again, they're given at the national levels, first, second, third, and fourth. Not at training level, unfortunately, at this point. Again, now you have a little bit different requirement. You have to have a minimum of 3 freestyle scores, from 3 different judges. But you must also have 2 non-freestyle scores in that same year of 60% or better in the highest test of the level. For example, if you are competing for a second level musical freestyle award, you not only have to have 3 freestyle scores from 3 judges at 3 competitions, but you also have to have 2 scores at second level test 3 above 60% in order to qualify for the awards as a minimum requirement. Those scores will not be counted in your eventual total. They just show that you're qualified to compete at that level. Again, there's also freestyle scores for Intermediate 1 and Grand Prix, the 2 freestyles that are offered at the FEI level. We also have a USDF, Adequan USDF Musical Freestyle Challenge Award. This is a new award that's just been brought out in the last couple of years, which gives a combination for horses that are also competing in the regular classes as well as the musical freestyle classes. A little more complicated award. You must have a minimum of 8 non-freestyle scores from 4 judges from 4 different USDF competitions. Then you must have a minimum of 3 freestyle scores from 3 different judges and 3 different competitions. Those freestyle scores and the open competition scores can be earned at the same event, so you're not required to go to 7 different competitions. It's a combination to show that you've mastered not only your freestyle, but also your USDF national level classes. I'd also like to talk about one of the other things that USDF has been offering in the last 10 years, which is the Vintage Cup division. These awards are offered for USDF members that are competing over the age of 50 at each of the national and FEI levels. These awards will be given out to a rider at each level, not only in the open division, but in the amateur division, allowing everyone to be given in a more appropriate way than that was just a change that happened in the last year or two. I think actually this year happened. We would really like to encourage people to do this because I think it's one of the most important parts of our USDF program. We really want to encourage this to be a lifetime sport. And honestly, obviously, we have the USDF awards that go into the Century Ride, which is an award given to a rider and a horse whose combined age is 100 years. Really exciting awards that we're very, very proud to offer from USDF. If you go back in your manual, one of your wonderful manuals that USDF offers to give you, and I'm going to show you the one that I've been using as a reference, they will show you all kinds of other awards. Participating member awards, awards that go to people for their bronze, silver, and gold freestyle bars, awards that talk about mastering each level. USDF offers a large number of awards separate from USLF, but also a part of the USDF experience. We'd really like to encourage all of you out there with a Lipizzan to look deeply into these awards. Many of them are offered that people just simply don't submit information for and therefore never get awarded, or don't read the requirements well enough to realize that you might need 8 scores or 4 scores or 3 scores, or that they've had one judge twice, which then offers them not only having 3, although they have 4 competitions, they'll only have 3 eligible scores. Look carefully at your USDF manual. Take a look at the shows that are offered in your area. Make sure you're going to the correct shows, a USEF and USDF sanctioned. And we really look forward to people competing. We really need to get these horses out there. We've been very successful with our Lipizzans. A lot of other places in the United States have been very successful with their Lipizzans, and we need to go out and represent. There's more to representing than just winning your classes. It's showing people what a wonderful breed that we have, how excited we all are to take them out, how fabulous they are to ride, how tractable they are, and that they can compete against every other horse out there, especially in the amateurs and the junior division, as successfully as anything. I really want to encourage people to show. One of the things that we heard for many, many years was that judges would not look at smaller horses or off-breed. I found this to be completely not true in my large R and small R training. I think judges are looking desperately for an opportunity to give horses that are correctly trained, smaller, and more appropriate for their riders an opportunity to win classes and get very, very good scores. Frankly, I think there was a time, 10 to 15 years ago, that we were very enamored with the large horses, but I can tell you that from personal experience and sitting and talking with judges in many, many evening conversations, they are very, very excited to see smaller breeds of horses coming out for our amateurs and our juniors that are more appropriate, that have gaits that are more appropriate for amateurs and for juniors, and also to be able to see them be of correct size so that the people are being able to ride them in a correct way, sitting correctly in the saddle, I really encourage you to go out and compete with your Lipizzan. I think you're going to find that the world has changed a great deal in the last 10 years in terms of competition and in terms of judges' education. And I think our Lipizzans have just as good an opportunity as any warm blood out there. Thank you for taking the time, and I really appreciate it. Bye-bye.
Hi everyone, this is Lynn Schaefer. I'm going to briefly mention some other awards programs that are supported by the USLF. First, there is the USLF Ralph Newhouse Trophy. This is awarded to the highest scoring Lipizzan or XL Lipizzan at the highest level in USDF all-breed competition. We also have the Ingen Litterin Memorial Driving Plaque and Ribbons. A plaque and ribbon are awarded to the High Point Driving Lipizzan at the highest competition level, and a ribbon is awarded to the High Point Lipizzan Laurels Driving Lipizzan. The USLF also supports USDF All Breed Awards program. That program, the USLF gives awards at 5 levels in 10 different categories of the USDF All Breed Awards. And the USLF also supports the USDF Year-End Finals High Scoring Awards. And those awards are given in 4 different categories. I hope this helps you wish to get involved in USDF competition as well as USLF competition. Thank you.
Greetings to my fellow Lipizzan enthusiasts. I'm Liz Gessler, the chairman of the United States Lipizzan Federation Awards Committee, and I'm going to give you a brief overview of the Lipizzan Laurels and Stars program. Lipizzan Laurels, to be eligible for the program, the horse must be registered with the USLF and can be either a full Lipizzan or Lipizzan Cross. All of the owners, riders, or drivers, handlers of the horse must also be USLF members. The competition year runs from November 1st of the previous year through October 31st of the current year. So, for example, this current competition year started on November 1st of 2015 and will conclude on October 31st of 2016. This keeps us in line with the United States Equestrian Federation. Horses can be entered in the program at any time during the year, and all of the points must be submitted before November 1st so they can be tabulated for the year-end awards. All of the sign-up and the reporting forms for each division are available on the USLF website under Fun Things We Do, and they may be submitted either electronically or you can print them and send them by U.S. mail. The Lipizzan Laurels Awards are presented in 8 divisions. There are 40 total categories within those 8 divisions. So for open show, there are awards in 9 different categories. Competitive trail riding and driving, we have awards at 5 different levels. In dressage, there are awards at 10 levels. Eventing, there's a single award. Working Western, there are awards at 2 different levels in 2 different categories. And in Western dressage, there are awards at 5 different levels. We also have a junior exhibitor, Lipizzan Laurels, for competitors who have not reached their 18th birthday as of December 1st of the current year. And those also are awarded in show, competitive trail riding and driving, endurance riding, dressage, eventing, working Western, carriage, and Western dressage. Our star awards are Lifetime Achievement Awards. In the Lipizzan Laurels program, we award champion through 6th place in each of the divisions. All of those placings receive a personalized ribbon that has the name of the horse and the division on it. And the champion also receive awards ranging anything from coolers to jackets, vests, boot bags, with beautiful embroidery that includes the horse's name and the division also. The Lipizzan Stars program runs in conjunction with Laurels, and it's a Lifetime Achievement Award. Horses may take as many years as necessary to accrue the needed points for a bronze, silver, gold, or platinum star in any of the categories that the Laurels are awarded in. And if a horse accrues 5 at least bronze stars out of the 8, they will then receive a Lifetime Sport Horse Award. The stars are awarded in the same divisions as the Laurels. So again, that's show, competitive trail riding and driving, endurance riding, dressage, eventing, working Western, carriage driving, and Western dressage. Those of us on the awards committee are always happy to answer questions. You can find the full details of the Lipizzan Laurels and Star programs on the USLF website. But if you have questions, please feel free to contact us through USLF and we will answer your questions as soon as possible. Thanks very much, and I encourage everyone to sign up for the program if they're competing and to encourage their friends to sign up as well. We can cover the gamut of competitions. Our open show miscellaneous category includes just about anything that you could possibly do competitively with your horse. So please sign up, support the program, get involved. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Rennie Squire, USLF board member and registrar, and I'm really pleased to be with you tonight to introduce our newest USLF award, the Ingen Latorin Memorial Driving Award, sponsored by Barbara Giussette of the Lipizzan Connection. This award will be given to the highest scoring driving horse at the highest level of competition each year. In addition, there'll be a ribbon awarded to the highest scoring driving horse participating in the Laurels program. We hope you can all join us in August at our August MemberCast for a retrospective of Ingen's involvement with the Lipizzan horse in the U.S. and in the world. She was a remarkable woman and a very special friend to the Lipizzan breed and to all of us who knew her. Enjoy the rest of tonight's MemberCast and see you next time.
Loving Our Lipizzans, or LOL as it's known, was conceived as a group where USLF members could chat and share their voice about matters Lipizzan and USLF. We began the LOL with the intent of engaging from the grassroots level the many, many of us who do interesting, unusual, sharing, educational, amusing, and everyday extraordinary things with our horses. There are currently 87 members of this group. Our mission statement reads, to encourage and reward active engagement of USLF members with their breed association and their horses in non-competitive settings, to promote the Lipizzan to the public and educate members and non-members about the care, training, abilities, and history of the Lipizzan. We set up the Lovin' Our Lips Facebook page as the vehicle for this discussion. We wanted to encourage the exchange of ideas, experiences, questions, and brags. And over the last few years, we have discovered quite an impressive range of activities that our horses and their people are up to. Not only have we found our horses participating in nearly every recognized discipline, from dressage to packing and camping to the Baroque equestrian games, they are also out meeting and greeting the public at community events and on holidays, often joining the fun with costume, engaging and charming visitors and community groups who are hosted at their farms, interacting and supporting handicapped riders, and presenting themselves as living history to those who know them and their stories. An additional aspect to the goals in our mission statement is awards and recognition. We have been offering activities open to all LOL members and their USLF registered horses. The current awards activity is the Journal Collaborative, which was developed by Sherry Idring. To start and test the idea, she asked people their goals they had for themselves and their horses in the upcoming season. And we got lots of response, covering the spectrum from starting a baby to stepping up the training levels to riders addressing their own personal challenges. It is set up on a format that provides for journaling, accounting for time spent, reflection on progress, and input and discussion with other collaborative participants. The best way to learn about this is to go on the USLF official website and click on Fun Things We Do. Then click on Loving Our Lipizzans. That will take you to the LOL Gateway page where you can read about us and follow the directions to participate in the Journal Collaborative. Qualifications for awards and recognition are based on criteria set out in the collaborative description. I was asked to mention awards. Yes, we have a number of items with our LOL logo, and they are awarded as hours are accumulated, working with your horse toward those goals. We have also designed an embroidered logo badge for your saddle pad or your jacket. You can put that on. It's trimmed with bronze, silver, or gold, signifying the level of achievement. Looking forward to the upcoming summer newsletter. There will be an article about 2 of the journaling participants. They're sharing all this fun stuff with us and what they are doing. It should be a very enjoyable and inspiring read. I think that pretty well sums up the Loving Our Lipizzans group and the current activity. I hope this encourages you to participate in both the Facebook chat group and the Journal Collaborative. If you have any questions, please contact Sherry or me, either on Facebook or via email.